We like, what's the dude's name?
Adrian Broner.
Yeah.
I knew you on the back somewhere. But that's so sad.
That was a fool.
That's so sad though. That just like
he got canceled.
Not even that. It's just so sad that like how you just said that, and I was like Adrian Broner, like
right, yeah, cause
he did so much in boxing, but he's so
everybody know him for that.
For bull crap too though, like getting drunk, not just falling off and just.
And he never reached his full potential
because he was a bad man.
Yeah,
was he the guy with the big neck?
He came to the gym.
Yeah, was he known for like?
We were at Dearborn.
Mm-hmm.
Remember they had the Olympic trials here.
Mm-hmm.
He trained in our gym.
And then when he was still fighting.
This was before he became a champion.
Oh man,
it was right before he became a champion. In the Olympic, he came to the gym and trained with us.
Damn.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Adrian Broner was that guy, man. I'm telling you.
Who are your favorite people that you've been in the same gym with, Dexter?
Roberto, Duran.
Some people say Duran's the best ever.
I wouldn't disagree with that.
Yeah. Why so?
Because I mean, people didn't give him credit for it. They always talk about how vicious he was and how hard he could hit, but he had mad skill, man. And the way he used to roll with punches, the guy be hitting him, he roll, take all the steam off the punch, and come back, pow, pow, pow.
Man, that's definitely an interesting skill. I'm still trying to just kind of comprehend that, like the roll, like with the punch and then come back. It's
you're taking what you're doing is you setting yourself up for the counter at the same time. You're taking some of the steam off the punch.
Yeah. What about you, Tim? You been in any big gyms?
Well, I haven't. I ain't been in no big gym. The biggest gym I have been is with Roy. That's about it for real.
Yeah.
I ain't really, expanding myself that big yet to run into some guys like that. But I had already told myself this year I do want to start going to like actual professional fights and just being in that atmosphere like that. Yeah. Because I feel like that's where the conversation start. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny how expensive big fights are.
Yeah.
Or just general fights are.
It depends on like your seat. Like
right.
But like I said, just imagine you like, especially being a fighter. You spending that $750, but behind that $750, you might get exposed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To more on the boxing land. You know what I'm saying? You might run into a guy like, hey man, come. You feel what I'm saying? When you get to chopping it up, like come through and go through a count with me.
Right.
Off of a $750 ticket.
It's just funny. It's like as an event, like you can go to an NBA game for $10.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously that's a nosebleed seat. There's a lot of seats available. You can go to a college basketball game as a student for free.
Mm-hmm.
Boxing though, it's not really a collegiate sport. And yet it draws just ridiculous money for events. You just off the basis that it's two guys imposing their will on each other, inflicting damage, but also practicing such a unique craft.
Most definitely. I heard somebody say they was like imagine you walking out of a building, and they say, "Hey, bro, these two guys are playing one-on-one on this corner, but these two guys about to get ready to throw blows. Where everybody gonna go?"
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why they know they can put that price on those tickets, because people gonna come see that fight.
Absolutely. I mean, when you were in grade school, the day that you missed the fight is like the biggest day of the year.
You like, oh man,
right?
They fought.
Right.
Man, I've been waiting on that the whole year. They should have bumped when I was at school, man.
Right.
You wait till I get suspended.
Right. Dexter, you look like you might have had something to say.
No, I was just gonna agree with you guys that I think people, and also people like violence.
Right.
So it's one of the yeah.
And what in your mind, to a fifth grader, what in your mind separates violence from boxing?
Well, boxing's you have to have, because when I went into the gym, I could fight in the streets, but I was getting my butt kicked in boxing because I didn't know how to, because I didn't know it was, it's skills.
Right.
It's it's certain things you have to know, and now, so I think boxing is. I'll say it's controlled violence or more skilled, opposed to just fighting.
Welcome to the Gulf Coast. the Gulf Coast. Welcome to the Gulf Coast.
Welcome, guys, to the Gulf Coast Music Podcast. Today's new wave, Tim and Dexter. Martravius Tim's upcoming fight on June 13th. Dexter, owner of Dexter's Fitness Center, the home of boxing in Mobile. Mobile's home for boxing. Yeah, I love the dynamic, as any boxing fan or participant does, of the art behind it. Speaking of the art and style, Tim, how would you describe your style? And what kind of influences it, do you think?
Bro, I'm very unique, man. You know, I can come fight. I can get in the trenches. I can box. I can do it all. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to kind of just put a topic on my style. You know what I'm saying? I'll fight how I need to fight.
Right.
If I need to box at that moment, I'm going to box. If I want to get dirty, I can get dirty. If I can get in the trenches, I'm going to get in the trenches.
You've gone with different weight classes throughout your career. How did you say, do you think your style has changed to match different weight classes? Does that happen?
Yeah, you could say that in a way. You could say that in a way because once I was fighting the bigger guys, I was moving more. So you can say that. So I was boxing more.
Right.
But like when I just fought 47 and 35, 30, I was more in the trenches with them because I know they was a little bit smaller. We around the same size now, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, when I was in there with the bigger guy, I was moving more. Right. But that's what I mean by me being unique. I know what I got to do to get the job done, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. I was hoping JC would pull through. I had a good question. He's got a kind of freestyle style. You know, he's got a kind of an unorthodox approach, at least in my eyes, you know. Whereas Tim, it seems like you've got an orthodox, a structured, fundamental style. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah,
most definitely. Because I lean on more old school boxing, and that's why I like Dex. Because that's the way. Like he got the new school mixed with it too.
Right.
But he leaned more with the old school style, and that's when they was fighting for real.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So these days, if you got that old school mixed in there, you're gonna beat most of these guys.
Yeah.
Like how he talk about the rolling off the punch, getting the steam off. Like a lot of those guys have lost that.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So he still pack it all that old school style.
Dexter, I'd like to hear your take on that, and I'm glad you brought that up. I'd like to hear an OG's perspective of what do you think about the new dynamics of boxing and how, you know, guys are becoming a little bit more relaxed maybe in the ring with the Philly shell dropping their hands and trying to be monkey shine, you know?
I think it's, you know, well, you know, the best fighters, I think the best fighters that ever, I think the 80s was the era of the best fighters ever. I mean, ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
What
do they call the four?
Yeah, like the Four Kings. But
Kings.
You know, any of those guys from that era would be champions today.
Right.
Like, you know, even like you're talking about the Four Kings, but what about the contenders? I mean, the guys now couldn't even touch them. I'm serious.
You think what's his name? Alexander, the heavyweight. You think him or the guy from Inui from?
You talking about Usyk?
Usyk, right? Usyk or Inui from Japan. You don't think those guys?
I don't think the heavyweights. Not, you know, maybe the heavyweights of maybe they could have measured with the heavyweights of the '80s, but you talking about the Alis and the Foremans and the Ernie Shavers and all those guys? I don't think so.
Yeah,
because you know, it was man. You know, you could be fighting and half your lips hanging off. The referee still let the fight go.
And what blows my mind is they were fighting with lighter gloves, like.
Right.
Like, what were the ounce gloves back then?
I mean, they still use 8 ounce, but
they use 8 ounce in the
quality.
Yeah, they use 8 ounce gloves.
Like
they use 8 ounce. Like Canelo Alvarez is up there with. 8
well, no,
ounce
it depends on what's your weight class. If you a certain weight, but you never use more than 10 though. It's 10 and 8s.
Holy shit!
It's 10 and 8. So
that science blows my mind. That like those guys are taking so many punches to the head without headgear, with 8-ounce, 10-ounce gloves, and like surviving for like 10, 12 rounds.
Well, but the headgear, only thing the headgear does is keep you from getting cut. It doesn't
Gotcha.
really, I mean, because your brain is still rocking around when you get hit with the headgear. It's not, only thing the headgear does is keep you from getting cut. It doesn't, not really lessen the, you feel how hard some of those headgears are in the amateurs?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're just there to keep you mostly from getting cut.
All right. Well, I still feel that.
The headgear?
Yeah. What goes into, since this is the Gulf Coast Music Podcast, what goes into a good walkout song?
A good walkout song, it's just something to turn you up and also like connect with the crowd.
Yeah.
Like from my standpoint, like I like to make sure I got something going with the crowd.
Yeah.
And also myself too. You get what I'm saying? Like on my pro debut, I came out to Phil Collins in the air.
Yeah.
Everybody know that. You get what I'm saying? And I came out to that song just the fact because I told myself once I go professional, that was gonna be the first song I walk out to anyway. So I stood on business with that.
That's good.
But just connecting with the crowd because the crowd makes you feel good at the same time.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Because
It's good to have a crowd on your side.
especially when you coming out and you turned off the music, you hear the crowd going crazy.
Right.
You feel me? And it's just you connecting with the people without even being there.
Now, where is your opponent going to be from for this upcoming fight?
Oh, I think he out of Tennessee. Tennessee, right? Yeah, Tennessee.
So you'll have the home field advantage.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have the home crowd. What does that feel like? You're saying it's good to have the crowd on your side. Just speak on that, I guess.
And well, what I mean by having a crowd on your side, I was saying like even at away.
Yeah.
Like even if you in somebody else's backyard, you can come out to that song where they like, man, I like the song. You know what I'm saying? So
I like that answer.
But just being home is just it's another day in the office.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's anywhere I go.
Man,
Because the crowd doesn't control the fight.
That's right.
It's plenty of guys that took L's in their hometown. You get what I'm saying? So I don't let that get to my head like, oh, I already know what I'm finna do.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because once that bell ring, the crowd disappear. Only voice I hear is my coaches. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I really appreciate the confidence psychology that a boxer has to have. In any sport, you need to be extremely confident.
most definitely.
But in a one-on-one sport, tennis, boxing, you could even say golf when it's just you versus you, track, anything like that where you have to impose your will on somebody else, like you can't rely on a teammate.
Mm-hmm.
That confident frame is.
You got to keep it there.
In Mobile, we don't talk about change, we work for it. At Dexter's Boxing Gym, this is where confidence is built, punch by punch. No gimmicks, no excuses, just real training for real people. This January, we're offering a new membership plan designed to help you stay strong and stay consistent. New year, new me. Mobile's home for boxing, Dexter's.
At Roosters, we are committed to using quality, locally sourced ingredients as often as possible. That's why we partnered with Bayou Core Farms to take their heirloom corn, locally grown in Bon Secours, and use it to create the corn flour for our new always fresh corn tortillas. Our other partner, Tortilleria E&H in Daphne, receives the Bayou Core corn flour and uses it to make the tortillas. The heirloom corn tortillas then get delivered to Roosters, where they are used to make our signature tacos. The end result is freshness and flavor you can't get anywhere else. Roosters, for the love of food.
What are the right strategies when cutting weight? What's that process like?
Being smart, man. Like, if you know what put the weight on you, you shouldn't be trying to eat the same thing to get the weight off you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now you can cut the portions down,
Yeah.
but from my standpoint, because I can't talk about other fighters.
It's gonna say it's all different.
You
It's
get what
all
I'm saying?
different.
From my standpoint, I know my body because I naturally fast anyway.
Really?
So I always have a nice little cut. You get what I'm saying?
How frequently are you fasting?
I dry fast Mondays and Thursdays.
Just every Monday, Thursday?
Every Monday and Thursday, I dry fast, so that keep me in balance anyway.
For how long are you fasting?
To sunrise to sunset.
Oh,
So that's why I
wow.
was just saying. Most times I'm sparring on an empty stomach anyway.
Wow.
You feel what I'm saying? So, but the thing
That's
is,
insane.
once I,
That would hurt my stomach,
I
man.
put that into my camp as well too. Where I'm not starving myself.
Right.
I'm fasting. That what people gotta understand. They be like, man, you starving yourself? No, I'm fasting, bro. I'm eating.
Yeah.
I'm just not eating throughout the day.
You're just giving your body.
You get
a
what I'm
reset.
saying? So, but what most people don't understand is what's more important than cutting the weight is the rehydration. Like a lot of guys cut weight, and this is a little sauce I'm going to put out there anyway. A lot of guys, when they think of rehydration, they skip the hydration part.
Right.
They just go to these big meals.
Yeah.
Like you got to understand, your stomach has only been taking in 500 calories for almost 2 months during camp. And then as soon as you get off the scale, you try to go eat 2,000 calories. It don't make sense. Your stomach can't even take all that. But me, I do my way. I ain't gonna put too much sauce out there, but just know when I jump off that scale, I know how to rehydrate to get back.
And he's just using the 500 calories as an example.
Yeah, as an example.
He's not gonna do 500 calories a day.
No. But that's just like, because you gotta understand when you if I'm eating a small portion every day and then I try to come eat a buffet, I'm gonna get filled fast.
But surely it hurts to train, 500 calories to 800 calories. It hurts to train probably, for 2 months in training camp on that
Well,
diet.
I don't think it's gonna be 2 months. He's not gonna cut weight for 2 months.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think it's gonna be a process where you start you training and you're eating right. So that's gonna be a lot of it right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you might, it depends on what weight you're trying to get to. You might have to go down. If you're trying to cut extreme weight, then it might be a problem. But if you're not trying to do cut extreme weight, I don't think, if you start out far enough ahead and start eating right and training hard like you're supposed to, you just do a little bit of things to critique it, and you don't have to be that drastic.
Music feeds the soul, but food feeds the future. Right here on the Gulf Coast, thousands of families don't know where their next meal is coming from. Feeding the Gulf Coast is changing that tune, one meal at a time. Imagine this. For every $1, you can provide up to 5 meals. That's like turning a quiet solo into a full-blown jam session of hope for someone in need. Let's turn the volume up on kindness and down on hunger. Visit feedingthegulfcoast.org to donate today, because together we can make sure no one goes hungry on or off the stage. Feeding the Gulf Coast, because every community deserves an encore. Whoa, 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 don't let the dogs out. The City of Mobile Animal Shelter has many loving pets ready for a nice home. Whether you're looking for a dog like Snoop or a cat like Doja, the City of Mobile Animal Shelter is where you can find your next friendly companion. They're located at 855 Owen Street, and you can stop by anytime between 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We all need a little bow wow in our lives. Call 251-208-2800 because the City of Mobile Animal Shelter has you covered. That's 251-208-2800. Roof. Dexter, as a boxing gym owner, what you're doing in the Mobile community with setting up these events and also having a boxing. I mean, I really am fascinated by the existence that you have with that. It's a really awesome life to live. Do you get? I guess just how does it feel with managing a gym and then also kind of prioritizing a boxer like Tim or JC that has an upcoming fight? So you've got the guys that you're training generally, but then you've also got to follow with them and make sure that they're on their game and preparing for a fight.
Well, I mean, it's a lot, and I think right now I don't really have a team.
Right.
So that's why it's a lot, but
Sure.
But most of the time people have a team.
Yeah.
When you're doing all this stuff, you got it's not you by yourself. You're doing a team.
Right.
So I think at some point though, and I'm starting to come into where I see myself building a team around what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I want to build a ecosystem where everybody can eat. I'm not trying to get rich or trying to do anything like that. I want to like I said, build an ecosystem where everybody can eat.
Right. Definitely not trying to get rich. Always offering discounts. Yeah. How have you felt that you've transitioned from a boxer to a coach?
From a boxer to a coach.
Right. Like, in your early stages, training as a boxer to seeing it now from the coach's viewpoint.
I think if I would be a better boxer. Not seriously. I think if I could see, and that's why I think everybody should, all the fighters should train a little bit, or try to help train kids. And
see it from a different perspective. Yeah.
Right, because it's only going to help you. Then because the thing the coach is telling you,
right.
Lights will click off in your head. So, okay, this is how he's trying to get me to do this or do that.
Yeah.
And then you start understanding it from a different perspective.
Yeah.
And it helps you understand it. And I think I would be a much better fighter if I had this from this view.
Absolutely.
To that view. Yeah.
Tim, your early fights against I think it's Childers, November 24th, Roby in November of 24, Roby in May of 25, involved knockouts. Mm-hmm. And then you had another fight that went the distance. Mm. Did you feel that you had to show that you could go the distance? And do you feel that was a good mark in your career to, embrace that in competition, a longer fight?
Oh, yes. But at the same time, I was trying to get him out of there too. But I just ended up injuring my right hand.
Oh, okay.
So I had went in that fight with the hand hurt anyway.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But I just threw a bad shot. It landed on his forehead and it hurt my hand. But that part too, I did want to show people like I can really box.
Yeah.
I can. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the knockout guy. But you can get knocked out.
I'm glad you brought that up, man. Explain the ups and downs that you have to embrace as a boxer in a fight. Round one goes well, round two's going well, and then something happens, and then you sit down before round three, and you're like, all right, strategize.
You only got a minute.
Man.
You only got a minute, but that's what the corner's for.
Right.
As a fighter, I don't even think about those things. I know it happened, but when I go back to the corner, like that fight, I went back to the corner. I let him know what was going on. Just stay on your jab. Yeah. So that kept my confidence at 100.
Yeah.
Because if I would have went to the corner, coach, my hand, he done for a whole minute. Right. You know what I'm saying? Now I go back out. Now I'm discombobulated because I'm still thinking about the hand. But he gave me a plan. I executed, and we came out with the dub.
Yeah. A coach is more than just strategy. It's also about how you embrace the struggles in a fight. Probably the most fascinating thing to me about boxing is the kind of ability to see it in slow motion and train both your muscle memory, but also, you start to the instincts that you get over time and the way you kind of see something that happens so fast in a slower speed and understand it better.
Facts.
What's kind of your thought process, I guess, during a fight, and what is how have you kind of noticed it improve over time?
I manipulate the guy.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I make him think about what I'm doing. So he has no time to think about what he's doing. You get what I'm saying? So he's falling into every single trap that I set.
Right.
It can be a feint. It can be a lot of jabs. It can be anything. You know what I'm saying? But that's one thing that I've seen grow over time. Me manipulating my opponent.
That's good. You mentioned something before we started the podcast about having trained in Pritchard, and how you're appreciative of that gym despite it being, having its quirks. That it was tough, and you wouldn't have preferred to have started in a gym that was, as nice as Dexter's, that you started in a shed.
Yeah,
as you said, and expand on that.
Most definitely, bro. Like that was. It's like being introduced to something.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like I'm happy I was introduced boxing this way.
Yeah.
Than this way.
I love that quote.
Because you got to understand, like, and I tell Coach this now, like when people come to sign up for boxing,
right,
and they walk into the gym and they don't see no type of activity going on,
Right.
they like, man, this ain't where I need to be.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But being in that shed, that was what was going on over there. Like the work was like crazy. You get what I'm saying? But it let you know like this what comes with it. You get what I'm saying? So hard work got to be put in.
Yeah.
So, but if I had to start over again, I would start the same path, bro.
Yeah.
Because it built character. It breaks you down and it builds you, bro. Like to your soles or your shoes.
Yeah.
And you got to build yourself back up,
That's awesome, man. The lessons that you get from a gym like that.
man. Yeah. It sticks with you.
Lastly, for Dexter and then also for you, Tim, what makes you love boxing? You know, what makes you say boxing is life?
I mean, what makes me love boxing is that I mean, boxing is life.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is because it's and when I started out, and one of the things that it did for me was it taught me that I had to do certain things to get it, to go a certain place. It was always, it's goal oriented. Where you always gotta, if you want to progress, you got to do this, this, and this.
Right.
So it builds your work ethic.
Yeah.
And then it makes you, and even right now, I've always, and I think from boxing, it gave me a strong work ethic. So I mean, it wasn't nothing for me to go and grind out anything just because of the fact that just like you were talking about in the gym, when the Duran trained in, he was a world champion. Man, that gym was it was no windows and it was made out of tin in South Florida.
Man, to just kill your ego like that and put yourself in the toughest environment.
Yeah, it was no windows. And it was a tin building.
Yeah.
In South Florida.
Yeah.
So you could and no air conditioning.
Whatever it is outside, it's 10 times inside.
Yeah. So
that is what's beautiful about it, man. Is like if you want to be the best, you have to continue to do stuff that you just hate doing and like nobody would want to do. Like it's kind of the inverse, A lot of people in their industries, if they want to be the best, they have to use the best equipment.
Yeah.
In boxing, you got it.
And people don't understand how much of your mind is involved in boxing. How much mental it's it's physical too, but it's more mental than it is physical. People
And that's saying a lot because
realize
it's the toughest in shape sport.
Yeah, because you just think about it for a minute. You're getting beat on, and you still gotta, you tired. You
got to process it.
Yeah, you still got to process all of that, and still in the middle of all of that, you still got to perform.
Yeah.
So yeah.
How about you, Tim?
What was the question again?
What makes you love boxing, and say boxing is life?
Oh man, just to piggyback off like Coach said, boxing is life.
Yeah.
My quote is, boxing is like you can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's why I say it's life, because you gotta make sacrifices for it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, and what makes me love boxing so much is like Coach also said, is like you put so much work in the gym, right? And you don't even have a fight coming up.
Man, I'm glad you brought that up, and sorry to cut you off.
No, you good.
What was just super commendable was the way you handled I want to say it was March 7th, the fight that didn't happen.
Yeah.
And Dexter was telling me like, man, Tim's putting in a lot of work. And then I showed up and it was like, the guy didn't show up. And like you're saying, boxing, it's unforgiving.
Yeah.
And you've got to just be 2 feet in, and no matter what happens, you got to stay committed.
Most definitely.
Speak on how you rebounded from that and are excited.
Oh, to be honest, it was at the Holiday Inn downtown. I really wanted to go outside and just fight with anybody. I was almost about to swing on the valet for real. But now it was really my wife for real, man. Shout out to my wife, because I was hot, bro.
Man,
I was hot. You get what I'm saying? But I wasn't angry.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I wasn't mad at anybody. It's just an emotion. Like, you done put the work in. You feel what I'm saying? That's just like on the guys on the higher level, when a guy come in and miss weight, like they upset. You get what I'm saying? But shout out to my wife, because she was just telling me, she was like, get out the boxing mindset and just enjoy the show. You know what I'm saying? So when she was saying that, and she said it a couple times, I was heated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that, that come with it.
Yeah.
And that don't mean I'm gonna go back to the gym and still play.
Right.
Just because he bad that I'm gonna go back and work harder again for the next guy. You get what I'm saying? So it's just to finish what I was saying, like that's what makes me love boxing so much. Like Coach was saying, when you put that work in the gym, bro, anything in the world, bro, if you just did that, bro, you can do anything, bro.
Seriously.
You can do anything, bro. If you can, bro, you can do anything.
Yeah.
If you can prepare your body to go fight 4 rounds, 6 rounds, 10 rounds, 12 rounds. Back in the day, they was going 15. You get what I'm saying? And you ain't gonna go. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you take boxing, like boxing builds a drive inside of you that you can use anywhere, like a USB cord.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? You can use that. You can use that drive anywhere.
Yeah.
Because that motivation that boxing gives you, bro. Man, it's like
that was a bar, bro.
Man, bro.
Drive,
bro, you can use it anywhere, like for real, like, and it builds so much character. That's why I say now, I feel like kids should just be in the comeback sport. It ain't gotta be boxing. Anything, because it builds that character, bro.
Right.
Like you don't walk around with no chip on your shoulder. That's why people always say, "Oh, you a boxer? You just ready to fight anybody?" No.
If anything,
because I'm not finna fight this drunk in a bar for free and hurt my hand. Now I'm out for 3 months. I can't even fight. I can't go get no paper or nothing.
Yeah.
I'm chilling.
Yeah.
And it builds character on you, bro. So that's what I love about boxing. It's so much sunlight in boxing besides punching people in the face.
I really appreciate y'all for coming on, and I'm super excited for June 13th.
Most definitely.
And
man, make sure y'all go get them tickets.
Yes, sir.
We got a fight party this Saturday.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? Y'all can pull up there and get tickets, or y'all can find that barcode, scan that up right there. Y'all can pull up to the gym. We're gonna set up a media day. You get what I'm saying? Y'all come see us. Basically what we do during camp to get ready for the fight. You know what I'm saying? And it's just gonna be a movie, man.
Yeah.
If y'all miss this one, y'all gonna hate y'allself, man. I'm telling you. And your boy will be the main event. You feel what I'm saying?
Let's
So
go.
make sure y'all come see the Boogie, man. You feel what I'm saying?
Good stuff, bro.
And then also, if y'all coming to get some workout, man, make sure y'all come get y'all a little membership at the gym too, man.
Yes,
we don't
sir.
just punch people in the face, man. We get your body right, your mind right.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Dexter. Appreciate you, Tim. See you guys in the next wave.
Peace.
Welcome to the Gulf Coast. Welcome to the Gulf Coast. Welcome to the Gulf Coast.